Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
To throw, it's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Benson. And, right away, he lost the football.
And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run. Here's the former Seminole.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
To throw is Murray. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive.
They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Go.
Throwing here, Purdy. His first throw of the game, going to be intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Yeah, looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Purdy.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You look at this Arizona defense.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
That's about as exciting of a 1-yard run as you're going to see, finding a way to dodge that first would-be tackler, but again, just 1 yard out of it. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Benson is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run with Benson.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Hits Murray. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Trey McBride,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 54 yards. And the Niners have regained the lead. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Purdy will throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Omaha. I know, sir. I need you, Colonel.
Throwing now is Murray.
Delivers on the crosser to McBride.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Murray now. Throw left side complete. That's Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Purdy looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mack Wilson.
And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here's Murray. Down he goes. The 49ers get there.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Yaya Diaby. He's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And Ayuk certainly established himself last year as a bona fide #1 receiver in the NFL. He produced a first down on over 80% of his receptions, and so far, he's picked right up where he left off as he earns a new set of downs for this offense. And keep an eye on him. He can also find the end zone as well.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Now Purdy. That's to the first-round pick, Ricky Pearsall. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Purdy from the gun.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Cardinals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Pass complete there to Harrison.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and 4.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Murray going to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Green.
Murray to air it out again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Sit.
A final shot before half from Murray.
That's laid out deep for Rice. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards the pickup there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
Touchdown, 49ers. Jerome Jennings, his first touchdown on the year.
Niners add 6 to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A give up the middle with Benson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 35 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, it's Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Now 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Wide open receiver complete.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Shotgun now for Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
from a yard out.
And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Purdy now to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards there for number 15. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Purdy. Pass caught by Pearsall. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop. 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. In motion, the tight end. They go play action here. Purdy rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And throwing here, Purdy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Dortch on the return. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Murray a give. This is Connor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down. They run over center with Benson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Murray.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
James Conner, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is up to 5. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Purdy, big fourth down play. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
This is caught. It's Kirk. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Benson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Omaha. 2-2-1.
One more time with Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Hey.
To throw is Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
This is first and 10. Purdy to throw. A throw left side for Pearsall is complete. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
To throw is Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 33 yards. And the Niners have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Murray to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Murray. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. For the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is third down. Now Murray. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And they will take over first and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
Here's Purdy.
Man open left side. It's his running back with it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. Now a give. Irving running right.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Now first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Irving.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Here's first and 10.
Hey. Hey. Come on.
Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their